Hi everybody, it's Rolex here. 4 times. It took 4 times to record this, which is fine, on a grand scheme of thing. I haven't been recording quite a lot, so you don't really see much on my channel. There's nothing updated, and you would be like, wait, the last post I post was I'm gonna play Titan. Where's my Titan? Well, Titan is already level 92. I already, put him back to sleep. He's fine. He's doing well. But I just explore a lot of characters, and I don't think there's much to share, so I don't really share them. I think there's some Hmong double bill, triple bills, or whatever, but they're probably gonna get fixed and nerfed and stuff like that, so I don't really want to share them. But now I'm on Spark. I don't really have build to share. I think they're pretty straightforward. Like I would say, like a lot of my build are very, very much just straightforward. Like you pick a character, you pick a ascendancy, and then you make a character works, right? You play a lightning damage character, or you play a cold damage character, or you play attack build, you play physical, blah blah blah. They works, right? They're fine. So I don't really have any build to share. Like if you want my build, then I mean do you really want it? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of like don't want to make any build guide or mobility whatever, or even like max roll guide or something. Like that's kind of a little bit of work, like too much stuff. So I can go over my character here and there, but it's fine, right? It's probably not in this video because this video I'm gonna talk about something that people are kind of worry, especially people in game, they worry about the magic find state and a lot of stuff. And I've seen simply Jim that made a video talking about magic find and hits like 750 rarities and stuff like that, and it's actually fine. Like I look at his results and stuff like that, and it's kind of fine. It's a lot of the thing. I think that Rarity does actually just do what it's supposed to be doing. The problem becomes when you don't really see the effect of it, right? Like you don't see like, oh, I have 76% of this stat. I do more damage. I do 76% more damage or something like that. It doesn't really apparent. The way it works is very mystical for a lot of people. Like you put it on, you feel like you drop more. You remove it, you feel like you drop less. When in reality, it might not work that way, right? Like, but the stat is actually work. You get more stuff. You get not more stuff, but better stuff, right? Better rarity. You get better. You get a lot of uniques. You get more uniques, which is where it's supposed to be doing more uniques. But also, you get a better tier of currency. And I'm gonna show you a spreadsheet, but just hang on a second. Let me rant about the rarity stuff. So I've been playing my Titan and my Monk for about 300 hours total, like both of that character combined. And I played them with zero quantity, with zero rarity, and I made like probably more than 400 divines, and in the past four weeks or month, right? About like 200 to 400 divines in gears and crafting and sellings and stuff like that, and selling bosses, loots and stuff like that, right? I'm not gonna say that rarity doesn't affect the value of those items, especially on the boss stuff, right? Because if you play a character that stack a lot of rarity, you're not gonna kill boss. You're not gonna go and kill like Arbiter Badge, which gonna drive Arbiter Badge like loot table, but not loot table, just two pieces of his loot. It will be much more expensive. It's just crazy you can get 100% quantity without like quantity on gear. Like that's very easy as well. Like I basically self farm all of my tablet, right? You could get like 10% here, you get 15% if you can, if you want to divine them, you can divine them as well. Like if you have a lot of currency. But the thing I want to point it out that a lot of people been like looking for is that like, oh, people put rarity on the tablet, but rarity on tablet is very inefficient. It's very bad. It's not bad, but it's very inefficient because rarity on the the waystone itself, you get a lot more. Like you get like 70%, 80%, right? On this, like this 56%. This is pretty low, by the way. And you get like 80% here. Like you get a lot of rarity by just being a waystone. The only thing that you kind of look for in tablet right now, it's just you get quantity or you just don't use it. That's basically it. It's just like that's very one dimensional and I don't like that. Right? Like I think reduced, and also like the number here, it doesn't make any sense, by the way. Like the number on tablet here. So you can get rarity up to 20%. You can get quantity up to 20% as well per tablet, per one tablet. But on a waystone, you can get like 150 rarity on a single mod, but you cannot get 150% quantity. That means it pushes you to use quantity on tablet, because rarity on tablet is pretty much useless compared to rarity on the waystone itself. So it's just like the number of like the balance is just very weird. Like the number on the quantity on tablet should be like not more than 5%. It should be like 3 to 5%, you know, and then like that's it, right? You put 10 of them, you get only like 50% quantity. You shouldn't be able to get 100% quantity with only a few tablets. Like that's crazy. That's just not like it's not supposed to work like that. And I hope they look into this number and like either they increase the rarity here to be like, I don't know, like 25 to 40%, or they nerf the quantity, because the quantity it's the like the same number as rarity. Like that just doesn't make sense. That's just my rant, and then I'll go over to my spreadsheet a little bit because I want to share this to the community as well. So basically I ran 55 maps, and if you want to see what map I ran, you can go check here. There's a tab here as well. I'm probably gonna make a new file to share this one, because there's some like PoE1 stuff and you probably don't want to look into it. But that's basically it. So, and then I average the amount of like quantity, rarity, and pack size that I have here on this run. So, and the currency, the total currency, I got 11 divines. That's a lot, right? It's like one every 5 maps, and then the total estimate for divine, which is like I convert all of these currency into divine in estimation, but I don't really sell them because I want to use them. I want to keep them still, right? I love Chaos Orb, I love Recall, I love Alchemy, I love all of them. So I'm gonna keep them, but if you were to sell all of these, you get like about like 30 divines. So the divine per hour, it's like, I don't know, like 3 hours, 3 divines or something, because I spend like about 10 hours complete like 55 maps. That's a lot. That's a long time. But as you can see, you can't really like select map, because you know you have to take what is offered. Basically double valve factor here. Like it's just not, man. It's just not. And then again, that's pretty much it. I think things are rare because they are rare. I don't know, like the fucking greater jewelers, or it's like as rare as perfect jeweler. That's like, so the number get a little bit like biased because I don't have enough sample size. So I want to provide this, and you know, if someone were to collect all the data from a lot of people, I do have rarity like 76% as I showed here in this, and then this is my tree. This is, you know, the rarity, and then, you know, pretty much just things that you are going to need if you were to like do something with this, right? And then there's some note here that I get like 10 breaches and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm not going to talk about my build because it's pretty generic. Like I don't think anybody could fail on this build, by the way. But if a lot of people kind of like ask, if you're asking for the build, then I can fetch something. I can fetch it. I got Bling on the offhand. I got Orb of Storm, Mana Tempest, Fire War, Flame War, Archmage, Conductivity, Spark, and then I have like Sigil Power on my offhand here. You can see. And then my gear, or just +4 here, cat speed. You get cat speed there, cat speed there, cat speed there. A lot of energy shield, cat speed, energy shield, energy shield, energy shield resistant, energy shield resistant, and you're trying to get as much intelligence as possible, and then you just get some rarity here and there, as much as you would want to. And I use Ingenuity because it's just, I just dropped it, so I just used it, whatever. Everlasting Gaze, this is one of the item that allow you to have energy shield. If you don't have this, you have 0, which is, in the grand scheme of thing, it's fine. Like, I don't really get to use much of my energy shield on a lot of the map that has like less recovery. So I'm just relying on energy, mana for the most part. But this one does help against like big hit. And also, if you don't run this, amulet, you can run Spirit Amulet. You can run a amulet with Spirit, and then you can use something, something more as well. Or if you want to have Energy Shield, which is this one, and you want to have Grim Feast, you either get a body armor with Spirit, which is kind of sucks, but you can get them, or you can get the Against the Darkness, the jewel, for that one. I don't know if I have the sample for it, like this one, right? Just get Against the Darkness with the Spirit, because you only need 30 of them, so you need like 3 nodes, and then you can use Grim Feast, and that would help a lot against one shot in map. You have like 16,000 energy shield, right? But that's just the way it is, right? Grim Feast just being Grim Feast, and it's just broken. I don't like them, so I don't use them. That's fine. But that's it, guys, and hope you guys enjoy PoE2. I don't want to talk a lot about, the state of the game or the balance of the game. I just enjoy playing it, and that's, what it is, and that's fine for me. The game will change a lot, and if you don't like a lot of change, then you probably be better off just wait until the full release. I would recommend, if you are not the type of person that can, willing to accept nerf, like when you just created the character, you played for like 10 hours and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up the next day, your character, it's pretty much just unplayable because it got nerfed. If you cannot accept that, I think you shouldn't play PoE2 right now. I think there's a lot of stuff that are not finished. They're not finished at all, right? They're still completely out of control, like out of balance. The balance is all over the place. Your character is just, getting killed off screen still. There's still a lot of like invisible explosion. It's just like it's a mess, right? But it's a fun mess for me. So it might not be for you, but it's a fun mess for me. And that's pretty much it for $30. That's my review, I guess. I'm just gonna slap it in my video about talking about farming stuff. Even though I don't really like the idea of like removing Magic Find, I think toning it down might be a little bit better here. Like toning it down and just make this number become something else. I don't know, like I don't like the percentage. Maybe just be like increase rarity. It's just not not use the percentage. Maybe like just be a flat number, like 10 rarity or something, like 12 rarity, something like that. So people don't know what the fuck it does. And that's pretty much it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the game if you're playing PoE2, and if you don't play PoE2, I hope you have a good time, on your days, and maybe you just pass by, and I thank you for that. And if you're gonna be kind, press like and subscribe as well. Man, I hate it when I say it. But that's about it, guys. See you. Bye!